Hi, I'm Roy Smith. Welcome once again to my N-scale Union Pacific Evanston subdivision layout. In this video, I'd like to show you what White Mountain looks like now that I've painted it. I'd like to tell you how I painted it and what I hope to achieve as I painted it. Did I achieve my goals? I'll let you be the judge of that. In July of last year, I uploaded a video to my YouTube channel showing you White Mountain and how I built it. You may want to take another look at that video. The video was called, simply enough, White Mountain. Until a few days ago, White Mountain still looked like this. But this is what White Mountain looks like now that I've painted it. I had two goals in mind when painting it. First, I wanted it to look like the real White Mountain in southwestern Wyoming. Second, I wanted the colors of this prominent terrain feature to blend into the photographic backdrop. Here's a view of the real White Mountain in Wyoming. Actually, it's an escarpment that stretches some 20 miles or so between Green River and Rock Springs. It's called White Mountain because of the layers of white, or nearly white, sandstone it contains. And here we are standing on top of White Mountain. Notice the large amounts of white sandstone. I've tried to create something like this on my layout. Okay, before we go any further, let's take a look at an eastbound train as it passes White Mountain on my layout. This train is pulling empty colporteurs. Eventually, it will end up at the Powder River Basin in Wyoming, where large deposits of coal are found. Alright, let's now take a brief look at how I painted White Mountain. I used Woodland Scenic's earth color pigments, which I diluted with water. For my primary colors, I selected burnt umber and white. My secondary colors consisted of yellow ochre and raw umber. And for my tertiary colors, I used stone gray and black. These colors and the way in which I applied them helped me to achieve the effects I was looking for. Here's a fast view of how I applied the colors. At first, I used an artist's brush, but eventually I started using a 1-inch paintbrush instead to speed up the process. I did water the pigments down with 8 parts water to 1 part pigment. Woodland Scenics sometimes suggests adding twice that much water, but I didn't want the colors to be too transparent. Still, it was enough water for the pigments to run and blend together to create realistic effects. Okay, it's finished. Let's take a look. Oh, here's that same train, westbound this time, with loaded coal porters. I also want to show you this abandoned road below White Mountain. As you can see, it's in pretty bad shape. In fact, it's downright impassable, and there is a road closed sign. At one time, the road crossed the double main line and then turned sharply to the left. The road was closed when Crown Oil and Gas opened this transloading facility, and Union Pacific laid tracks to serve the facility. The road once existed where the industrial tracks are now located. Well, that concludes our look at White Mountain. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.